But now, let's give it up for Frazana Bauer. So we are going to, let me get your seat. Here you go, Frazana. So, can we do it? Yes, I'll put it on your side. So guys, just, you might want to stick it down there. You got it? I'll put it on the side. All right.
Wow.
Front here first, I know, just do it all the way back, it ain't going to.
She's got it.
It's gonna feel a little funny. So guys, let me tell you how this came about. So I don't know if you guys know, Frazana, is one of the owners in the Market Center. So she's one of the original investors in the Market Center. So years ago, we started having tea at our house. And we started with one tea, of course. And then it just went so well, like she like, you coming back again? I was like, absolutely, you make the best tea ever. And so, and she lives pretty close to the Market Center. So I would probably once a month, once every other month, once every 3 months. Now it's probably once every 4 months, whatever. But we do tea or we go have lunch. And this last time we had lunch, it was a couple of months ago. I think it was in November. We had lunch at her favorite Thai restaurant. We've been there many times. And so we're having lunch, and this particular time, she started to tell me about her story. We was talking about something, I don't know if it was the World Cup or whatever that was coming, and she told me a story about her and during the Olympics. And I was like, what? Tell me more. And now 3 hours later, we're sitting there and we're just talking. I said, man, you have an amazing story. We need to talk about that in the Market Center. I bet people don't know that. And so that's how we got here. All right, so that's how we got here. And then it took me to say, you know what, we need to start having a series. I mean, we have some cool people in the Market Center. So this is the first of many. So I just wanted to let you guys know how we got here. And please, it'll be a Q&A. Like, we can have some questions towards the end. Just kind of save your questions as we go through this, all right? You ready, Frazana?
Yes, I am.
All right.
First of all, good morning and thank you all for being here. And I want to thank Pharrell for being by my side all the time. And thank you for inviting me here today.
Absolutely, Frazana. It's a pleasure. So the first question is, we're going to talk about the early time. So we're going to talk about everything, Frazana. All right, so first, Frazana, what year did you come to the United States? Where are you originally from, and what year did you come to the United States?
I am from India, Bombay, and I came here in 1984.
Wow.
Long time, 42 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And now when you came in, and you said 84, you came directly to Atlanta, or you were?
Miami.
You went to Miami first?
Yes.
And you came straight selling real estate, right?
Well, I had some challenges, and every step of the way, you know, it just took me to the next level and next level.
Yeah.
And here I am today, but
Yeah.
I'd like to talk a little more about these things.
Absolutely. So what is the biggest culture shock when you first moved to the U.S.? What was the biggest culture shock for you?
Wow, that was, do everything yourself, there's nobody to help you. And in India, we always have help. You know, so you're kind of so encouraged by, oh, this one will do this and this one will, and here I had to do everything by myself. So that was a shock, but again, after some time, you know, the American dream takes over and you want to stay back.
Yeah. So during that early time, what was some of the things that kind of pressured you, and what kept you going?
Oh, I have 2 sons, and when we came here, they were like 5 and 6. And for me and my family, it was more like for their future, to see them grow up here and, you know, get all the education and be a part of this society. And that's the reason that kept me motivated to, you know, not to give up and to stay back.
Yeah, so persistence.
Persistence.
Yeah, so it was the kids. All right. What mindset shift helped you go from survival mode to growth mode Because earlier you mentioned that you felt, here you felt you had to do everything yourself. So to me, that's somebody that's grind and grit. What switched, to now, it's like, okay, I understand that, I get it, now I wanna go to growth mode?
Well, to begin with, I'm a go-getter. Every step of the way, whatever I've done, I've always exceeded and did more. If there were failures, I did not let them come in my way. It was like, okay, what's next? Let's get to the next level. And that's the reason why how I have survived and did good in real estate as well.
Yeah, I know when we spoke, you said that, your quote was, you have a never give up attitude. You never
Go
give
get
up.
it.
Yeah, I like that. What does discipline look like in your daily routine?
For me, I like to make a list of the things that I have on my mind to do the next day, and I jot them down. I write them all down, and the next morning, that is the motivation I get, and I tick everything that I've done, and the things that I haven't done, can be followed for the next day, and that keeps me going, and it makes me feel, oh, I have achieved enough today, So that's how it keeps me motivated and keeps me going to the next step.
Yeah. So Farzana, I want to go back a little bit because you said determination, persistence. Tell me about when you moved from Miami and you relocated with the boys. You guys came here to Atlanta. What did you do? What did you do for money? What was your business?
Dry cleaning business.
Mm.
Within the dry cleaning business, I had a store by Emory University. It was a laundromat. And from that, I bought 2 other stores, and then I also served the Olympics as a dry cleaner.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
So
a great achievement.
yeah. So tell us more about the Olympic. How did you get that opportunity
Okay.
So what she's saying, guys, is she was the official dry cleaners for the 1996 Olympic Games here in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
We set up a whole makeshift store and all that cool
Right.
stuff. But go
So
ahead.
to begin with, as a one of the customers that came to the store, he was talking about how he's got an opportunity to build a store or do something at the Olympics, and I'm like, really? So what would it take for me to know more about getting on the Olympics team? And he gave me a number. He said, call this number. From that number, believe me, it took me 50 more numbers to call, but I never gave up. And finally, I did get the opportunity. And one other reason was that minority in business that gave me another boost to get into that mode. And then I was the official dry cleaners for the Olympics.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good stuff. Determination. But did you hear 50 numbers? I mean, 50 conversations she had. How long did that take you? From the time he gave you the number to when you
Probably
finally got the person to say yes?
3 months.
At least 3 months? Wow.
And this is in between my work,
Yeah.
Working at the laundromat. In between, I made like I said, persistence, preparing what to do next. All the numbers I write down, okay, this doesn't happen, okay. They give me another number, and then they give me another number, and, it just went on. And finally, I did come across the right people and was able to do it.
Wow. Let's shift. How did you transition from the dry cleaning world to real estate?
Well, in 1999, my lease got over at the laundromat, and I was supposed to shut it down. I had to walk away, and I just didn't know what to do, so I had 3 locations. 2 I sold, and the 3rd one was going to shut down. So at that time, I was at some party somewhere, and the lady next to me, we started talking, and she said, what are you doing? And I told her what I was doing, and it's just shut down. I'm wondering what to do next. So she says, I'm a broker, why don't you join real estate? I'm like, really? What do I have to do? Sell. I said, if it doesn't belong to me, how can I sell? Because I have done my own. So that thought was like, how will I sell if she said, just hold on. Just do your course, just get your license, and then that's how you can get, and you'll know what to do next.
Yeah. You told me a story about your first commercial sale.
Yes.
Share with them about that.
To begin with, after I got my license, it occurred to me that I can do commercial real estate because I have all the experience. And so and with my dry cleaning background, I, became an agent and put in the listing, put it out in the market, and I got a listing in Gainesville. This was a plant. Plant means where the dry cleaning is done. And there are 2 other stores, so there was no real estate involved in this. And at that time, the sale price was $500,000. And guess what? I did find a buyer. There was no other agent, so I found a buyer. And while the process was going through, suddenly the seller decided, oh, I'm paying her too much. What should I do? So he says, oh, I already knew this person, the buyer. He said, oh, I know him from London and, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, but that does not mean anything to me. Why? Because I had every paperwork in place. Listing agent, buyer's agent, I was the one who introduced him. So he cannot go around telling me I already know him. So that, it was immediate. At the time when we were about to close, guess what? His attorney calls me. And I think you're charging too much. This is not right. I said, really? Do you want to see the listing agreement that the seller agreed to? So he says, okay, well, I still think it's too much. Let me talk to your broker. And that time I was green eyes. He calls up my broker and the broker says, oh, don't worry, I'll talk to her. Really? I have everything in writing, so why should I, agree to anything? Finally, they did give me my commission.
Yeah.
And that was $50,000.
Yeah, 10%.
10%.
Wow. Yeah, so you had to fight.
Yes, I had to fight.
The first deal, out the gate. Yeah. He's like, I'm not taking less, man. So when people try to get you to give up your money, don't do it.
Yes.
It takes you down a slippery slope.
Intimidation, the attorney calling me.
Yeah.
But determination, getting your paperwork right, is the reward.
Yeah, that's awesome. When did you realize real estate was the next big move? Like, was it that deal that you said, you know what, I'm going all in on real estate?
Exactly. And then let me tell you another story about gas station, because dry cleaning is only a business, not a property.
Right.
And property has more money in it. So I decided I should go for gas stations because, a lot of gas stations are always for sale. And so I decided to get into gas stations. So when I decided that, and I went to talk to one person, all I did was, what about this, what about that? And they kept telling me about, this pump is called this, and the business is called this. So what I did was, everything I heard, I kept it in mind, and when I talked to the next person, I put this, and from there, I got more information, and I got more information, and then I think I sold about 40 gas stations in my career.
Yeah, absolutely. When I pulled your numbers, just going all the way back, you had 1 month. In 1 month, you sold over $10 million in real estate. Wow. In 1 month. Wow. And this was maybe 2 years ago. You had $100,000 bank.
Yes.
How cool is that to walk away from the table with a check for over $100,000? And that was just 2 years ago. So this is still going on. Well, that's awesome. So let's get into, some leadership type of questions for Zana. What traits do you look for when building your team? Because when you was doing this, I know you were an individual agent, but you had other people in there. What do you look for in somebody?
Honesty, integrity, and hard work.
Hear that a lot.
Because without that, you're always doubting. You don't want doubts. You want your team to be there as to represent you and to find things and help you out.
Got it. Giving back in legacy, how do you define success now compared to when you first arrived? How do you define your success or success?
I've got to see that note now. Which one is that?
It's 21.
hard work, success gives you confidence, right?
Yeah, like that very first deal.
Yes,
That was a
yes.
very successful first deal
Exactly.
that you actually had to fight for, and then you,
And one more thing, I had a lot of listings. That does not mean they all sold. There were many that didn't go through, you know. But whenever some deal did not go through, my thing is I'll be sad. I'll be, you know, why did this happen to me? Okay, after that period is over, then I think back and say, you know what? Let's go to the next deal. Never give up. Don't let you get you down. Just think of it. What are the successes that you have had in your life? You know, so don't let that thing come in your way. Just move forward. And that confidence is going to take you to the next level. Because if you're going to do oh man, this happened and how am I going to go through? No, if you let that come in your way, you can move forward. And this industry, moving forward is your success, right?
Let's keep moving forward. Rosanna, you just said that you had a lot of listings. What was your number one lead source for listings? Like, how did you accomplish
There's
this?
this magazine over there called Khabar magazine. It's a magazine with a lot of Indian stuff in it. And I used to give my ad in that, and that helped me a lot.
Okay.
So if you guys want to do that as well, you know, give ad in that magazine.
It's 2026 for Rosanna. We need to be online.
I know, right?
I'm just joking. But no, so I understand, you know, you did some marketing, right? You did the ad, but one thing I know about you, and I've learned over the years in being in business with you, is that you're all about community too.
Absolutely.
Like, you show up for other people.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many fashion shows you've done. I'm like, when are you gonna retire? I'm coming like every year. You know, people raise their hand to have you come and give back. You always show up.
Yes.
And then another thing that I see too is that you're always on the phone. Like, you lead gen.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like that probably because you're checking in on people. You have your small groups. You take these group of women to lunch, and you have your girls. You take them on. You guys go on trips, right?
Exactly.
Like, so you have a community.
Yes.
How much of your business do you feel? What percentage may come from those activities?
I would say 60%.
At least 60% is coming from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because once you're out there, and for example, I did fundraisers for Flying Doctors of America, 2 years, 95 and 96. And through that, the whole community came there and supported. And that is the exposure, you know, that's how you meet people. But that time I was not in real estate. I joined real estate in 2000. And so all those contacts, you know, you meet people here and there, and you do activities, you serve the community, and that helps.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah, so if you wanna have that $10 million plus a month, then you heard did anybody catch the name of the organization that she served for?
Flying Doctors of America.
Flying Doctors of America, right? So the organizations that you join matter too. Your community, you know, don't have to be that, but find you a good community to serve in. If you could talk to your younger self on your first day in America, what would you say?
The American dream, the land of plenty, live it up.
Yeah. And what still scares you about business today? What scares you about business?
Changing systems.
Well, we got you back on that, Farzana. We got your back on that. 'Cause that's definitely one of those things. And then last question for me, but we're gonna save some time for Q&A, so I hope you knock out a few questions, and feel free to dive in more about her business. I just want to walk you through her journey so that you know who you're in business with and who's, you know, around in the market center. And like I said, we will definitely do more of these. But my closing question for you, Farzana, if someone here today only remembers one thing from your journey, what should it be?
Self-love, very important. Focus, determination, and success follows.
Yes.
Am I right?
Absolutely. So give it up for God, Rosanna. Questions?
If you go to the next slide, the picture drone.
Okay. Any questions for Rosanna? Go ahead, Joe.
You know, coming from, India, you know, you're gonna have a perspective that may be very different from, you know, those of us who were born in the country, whatever. What, you know, cause you talked about the American dream. You know, you talked about your boys, you know, wanting them to have kind of access, whatever. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Like, what does that really mean to you in terms of the American dream? And you felt like there was opportunity here that wasn't available there.
So in India, everything is a little difficult. Like whatever you want to do, you know, you have to go through so many people, so many things. And along the way, there are so many disappointments. Coming here, the very reason we came here was for the future of my sons. And then when seeing the things that are far more easier to achieve was the stepping stone. And then every step of the way, and just like I said, I love determination and success follows. So my thing is, okay, we don't do this one, let's get to the other one. What can I do? I mean, the history right from dry cleaning business in Miami. I went to the airlines and asked them for business. And they gave me business of, you know, the backrest and the chair covers for the airlines. I started doing that. So that, you know, that helps, that makes you feel that, hey, if you think of something, you want to achieve it, just follow it and you will achieve it. Don't let disappointments along the way. If one doesn't happen, it's okay, try another one. And you will succeed, there's no two ways about it. And, yeah, what else?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, one more thing. When I came to Atlanta and did dry cleaning, I went to the hospital and got lab coats. There was extra business for them, you know, for my company.
Yeah, but one thing I can say, you definitely don't think small. Think outside the box and think big. You're right.
What is something that you would have done sooner had you known when it comes to your business or real estate? Because you know, like along the way, sometimes we're like, man, things that we've heard or we've done it later, but wish we would have done sooner. What are one or two things you would have done sooner that you wish you would have done sooner had you had the chance to?
I wish I had gone into real estate as soon as I came to Atlanta. But you know, you don't know your destiny. You know, you just see the little picture and then you follow that. So to begin with, as soon as I came to Atlanta, I went to Ritz-Carlton and found a job as a laundry manager. And that's where I won a trip to Hawaii. Do you guys want to know how I won a trip to Hawaii?
Yes, how did you do that?
I have a 7 wonders of the world. 7 wonders of the world. There was a day when Ritz-Carlton said, hey, we want all the employees to give us a story about why you would like to join Ritz-Carlton, and this one was going to be in Hawaii, 17th hotel in Hawaii. So during lunchtime, I came up with a bright idea, and I had 7 wonders of the world put together. And would you like me to read it?
Yes. Yes.
As I imagined, Ritz-Carlton in Monalani is like the 7 wonders of the world put together all in one place. Pyramids, Polynesian beauties for the genuine care and comfort of our guests. Taj Mahal, height of love and service for the people to fulfill even the unexpressed wishes of our guests, truly believed by Ritz-Carlton. Wall of China, vast courts. If need be, we will climb the Wall of China to make our guests happy. Leaning Tower of Pisa, human strength to be a team, always and shine, lateral services. The Grand Canyon, the courage to outshine in the midst of all others and instill well-being. Tivoli Gardens, the beauty of exquisite and exotic flowers and paintings, arrangement to enliven our senses. Niagara Falls, the overflowing ideas of the Ritz-Carlton employees, and a warm, relaxed, and yet refined ambience of the surroundings. If I win this trip, I will experience the 7 wonders of the world under one roof. What a dream.
Before ChatGPT. And you know what she said, they said something to them in the morning, and then on lunch, she took action. So she took action, and they made a decision right there. Frazana's going to the new property, to Hawaii, to the Ritz-Carlton in Hawaii.
Everything free.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Ms. Farzana, for agents who are only in the residential world, how would you tell them to break into commercial sales?
Well, to begin with, if you find a client asking you, can you sell something that is commercial? Don't say no. So what is it? Find out all the details and find help. In the office, everybody, loves to help. If you want to call me, I will be more than happy to guide you through. And that's how you take the first step. And so once you do that, even if it is leasing, commercial, right? And for that matter, I'll tell you the things that I've sold, right from gas stations to hotel motels, maybe a dozen of hotel motels over the period of 2 years, and warehouses, shopping centers. So all these things, and just like I said, it's a learning process every step of the way. And right now, we have Google, and we can find out a lot more stuff about anything. At that time, that wasn't the case, but yet I made it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
So for people that is going into commercial, which, like, when you said you wanted to learn more about commercial and things of that nature, should they stick with ARA? How should that work, like, to learn more about commercial and get the knowledge?
Very, very important. Atlanta Commercial Board of Realtors. Please write that down. Atlanta Commercial Board of Realtors. You have to join them. They have a lot of classes, and they help you through the way, as well as as soon as you join them, there's a website where they will send you their listings and sellers and buyers, all the information, so you can pick up from there. For example, there is somebody who says, hey, there's a leasing space at so and so place. You may have a customer in your mind, your client. So yeah, maybe I should talk to that person and find out if they're interested. And that's how, it leads you to the next level.
Yeah. Can I jump in there to go back to Rhonda's question about how would you proceed? I think it's the community that you're in, like putting yourself in those spaces, and then like hearing, like going to the Atlanta board meetings, doing some things that's commercial, like so that you learn the language. Because one thing Farzana said is that when she would go to the gas stations, she would listen to them talk about and ask questions about the different gas, the different pumps, how deep the tanks are, and she would pick that stuff up. So it's basically spending, maybe Friday is your day. Like Friday, Monday, Saturday through Thursday is your residential, because that's what's gonna feed you, right? That's the low-hanging fruit, so to speak, as opposed to commercial. But on Friday, your whole world is commercial. Whatever it is, if I'm watching videos, if I'm going to something at ACBR, you get where I'm going. That way, you're learning, on your way there. Make sense? Yeah. Yep. Who else? Keisha. Take this
I
out.
just want to say thank you, because you've helped me through a leasing commercial deal, and you probably remember, you sent me your whole package, and I just copied it. And then it was just, thank you for just giving me your information, being open with your book. It's like, what's your email? Here you go. Just take a look at this. It's kind of mirror what I do. And I was able to close a commercial leasing deal. And you also helped me with a regular, I was with a client looking for a commercial deal, but you're always available. I just want to say thank you for always being available. And what one of my takeaways from you right now, when you had your laundromat, you went out to go get the business. I like how you thought outside the box. When I think of laundry, I think of you going to a laundromat, right?
Right.
If I were an owner, I wouldn't have thought to go to the airlines or go to the hospital. I mean, that was like, wow, that was just a wake up for me. So I appreciate that. Just
Yeah.
want to tell you that.
Legion,
Yeah.
it's just always been there.
So in any field, though, in
Legion
any-
and lead follow-up, cause she
Right.
followed up on the
Yeah.
Olympics thing, when the
Right.
guy gave her the number.
Correct.
I mean, if I sit on that number, or call that first one, it didn't work, yeah, I called
Right.
Bill, I'm sorry, it didn't work,
And the thing is
Just
this
kept
though,
going.
it's in any field of business that you're in.
Yes.
In any field, laundromat, real estate, whatever it is,
yeah,
you always have to lead gen and think outside the box.
Yeah.
I just appreciate that.
absolutely, and I'll share this one last thing of, that I know about Farzana. I mean, she's truly built a legacy as well. Like, her boys are in commercial real estate, like big commercial, like nice buildings and stuff. And she has the grandkids, you know, and we have, like I said, we have tons of agents in here, but it's her story right now. And she's living legacy. She doesn't have to get out and hustle and bustle and all of that. She still gets deals, she still works with agents, hey, you do this for residential, or can you go do this for me? But she's built that right, and built a legacy, so, it's impressive to me.
Also, one thing, like I said, I came here for my children, and my son has made me so proud by joining the army. He joined the army, went to Iraq, he was there for 3.5 years, he got wounded, came back, and now he's a veteran. And he does commercial. So whenever Terrell wants, I'd be happy to have him come here and talk about commercial a little more if you guys would like to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, 12:01, we got food.
Awesome.
Okay,